Hi, guys. Hi, Sober Adventures. Happy day 24. It's Wonderlust Wednesday, and I am not at all technically astute at all. So, we just had our Feng Shui 101 class, and we had a bunch of people in the class, and it was really fun. But I didn't record it or I lost it. I don't know. I have these, I'll get it. I'm learning. It's a process. So I'm going to do Feng Shui 101 to you guys right now. I'm going to do it over again, my class. And anyway, so let's get started. And I asked the group what they knew about Feng Shui, and everyone just knew a little bit. And basically, I think since the pandemic started, we're spending so much time at home now, which I think today's session on how to really energize and create a beautiful space that you can bring peace and prosperity and abundance and great flow in your life. And we are spending so much time in our homes. So why not get the feng shui in our homes um, better and as good as it can be? So a little bit about my background. I always resonate to the weird stuff, and I became interested in feng shui in 1999 when I moved to my house in New Jersey, and there was this pond out back, and it had carp in it, and I was kind of fascinated as to where it was, and I was just starting to think about like what feng shui was, and I was questioning a few things in my house, and so I looked on the internet and found the most normal looking because I thought like feng shui people are so weird. So I found like someone who looked really normal, and I reached out to her, and she had all this really interesting information, and then I found out that she had a school. So I went to her school and did a year program and got a practitioner degree, but I was also had little kids and a corporate job. So I just did consults on the side here and there when I could for the last like 20 years. So I've just done a lot of consults. This is my first real class, so I'm excited to have my first class. I just wish you guys could see the recording with the people in there and asking questions, but we might just do a part two. We'll see. And so, what is feng shui? And it literally translates from the Chinese. It's feng, which is wind, and water, which is shui. And everything has energy, including your land and your house and your furniture and your clothing and your cars, everything. Everything holds energy. And feng shui is an ancient art and science of arranging your home and your office or your apartment, just any space. It could even be like your cubicle if you were still working at a cubicle, or if you're a nurse and working in an office and sharing office space, it could be that. It could be anything like that. So it's any space you spend time where you want to achieve harmony, balance, and energy flowing so that you can thrive in that space. And just a little history of feng shui. It's an ancient art and science that goes back 5,000 years, and is taken really seriously in Asian countries. They don't even do, they won't build in areas of China, like especially Hong Kong. They won't build houses or businesses, or people won't like rent or buy buildings until they have a feng shui person go in and make sure that they think that it's going to be an auspicious place to put this business in. But originally, feng shui was used to find the best place to bury their dead, or to build a dwelling way, way, way back when. And if you've ever noticed, almost every Asian restaurant, whether it's sushi or Chinese or whatever, they always have a fish tank or some kind of water feature in the entrance. And that is because they believe that water, the form of water in an entrance of whether it's your home or a business, represents money flowing to you. So check out every time you go into now a sushi, Chinese, Thai, whatever, there's always a water feature, trust me. So our goal of the evening is we're going to spend time discussing how to achieve good feng shui in your space. And again, that could mean your house, your apartment, your office, wherever. So the first thing I always tell clients is that before you do any feng shuiing, is you need to clear your clutter. And I know it's a lot. There's a lot of clutter in all our houses, unless you're like one of those perfect people that you're uber organized or you have some OCD. So the most important thing is to clear your clutter. And one of the things is like walking by piles of paper or piles of crap in corners, like it drains your energy. Every time you walk by it, you get irritated or in a mood or whatever. So it's draining of your energy. And so I would I think the best way of doing it is to create like 3 buckets of what do you want to keep, and that you keep and then organize. What do you want to throw out or give away to someone? And then if you don't know, because there's times that you're like, I just can't part with this yet. I don't know what to do with it. Could I use it? Blah, blah, blah. My kids use it. Put it in a box, label the box, open 1 year from now with the date, a year from then. And if you don't know what's in it, you probably don't need it. But you could go through it and decide maybe there's a few things you want to keep, or you just put another date on it and look at it again. It's up to you. I also did this. I went through stuff with my kids when they were little and tried to get them to like, so that they don't turn into hoarders. And I would be like, all right, let's go through all your toys and all your stuff in your room. And like, should you keep this? Yes or no? And we just like make a game of it. Yes, no, yes, no. And they got really good at figuring out what they really wanted and what they wanted to get rid of. And I don't think we need to be attached to that many things in our lives. So yeah. But clutter comes in all forms, as I said, piles of paper, clothing, the storage on all the different things on your phone, all the different things on your computer, stuff in your car, even this is not real, this is a different form of clutter, but even weight on our bodies is clutter. It's like, what is keeping you stuck? What is, it's the same thing in your space, like what's keeping you stuck? And clearing clutter from all the spaces in your house are really important. I want you to prioritize if you start tackling it and decide where you want to start first and do little pieces at a time so you don't get overwhelmed, because there's a lot of perfectionists in this group. You know that, right? A lot of perfectionists that want to do everything, and baby steps, okay? Also notice where is the is there certain areas in your space that your clutter keeps ending up? Because when we go through the map of the Bagua map that I gave you guys, maybe all your clutter is in like one area of your life that you're really stuck in. Kind of interesting. I did a consult once with someone that was going through a divorce, and she was a nasty divorce, and we went right to her like marriage relationship corner, and there was a lot of clutter there, but in that corner were a bunch of like BB guns and all that like ammo that went with it. And I was like, this is trippy. Like you just, it's interesting to see the story that people's houses tell about themselves, like really, really interesting. So the great news about clutter is that once you clear the clutter in certain areas, you're opening yourself up to new opportunities. You're opening yourself, or if you don't live alone, if you live with your family, you're opening your whole family up to new opportunities, and your house will feel lighter. I know that sounds weird, but you'll walk in your house. It's like after someone comes in and cleans your whole house, and you're like, ah, this feels so good. Like it's like that. You feel lighter. The house feels lighter. All right, so we're going to go through some different areas of the house that I feel like are really important. The first one is your front entrance, the foyer and the hallway. which is also called the mouth of chi. And it's where the outside world is brought inside. So it's really important, again, to keep this area, the like area of your front door and then the hallway or the foyer that goes in, free of, crap lying around, all the shit. Just like get rid of all, if there's shoes and coats and all that stuff, like hang them up, have boxes for them, have them organized. Just, it's all of the opportunities that come to you come through your door, so your entranceway. So it's really important to keep that cleared out, and also to have really good lighting, decent lighting outside, not only for security, but also to attract good fortune. And front doors are also can attract different things depending on what you want to attract. So like in China, like the red door is apparently the most auspicious and the luckiest, and it's the most powerful. So you see a lot of red doors in that area. If you have a black door, that will attract money. Yellow is about health. Green is about like new beginnings and growth, and family. What else? Did I say black is money? Did I do that already? Anyway, so I had a purple door once, which is all about wealth and prosperity, and it was fun to paint my front door purple. So the kitchen is the next room I want to talk about, and Feng Shui practitioners consider the kitchen to be the ultimate symbol of nourishment. The stove itself symbolizes wealth, so make sure all your burners are working and that you don't have like pots and pans on top of all the burners, which we have to clean up downstairs. I just realized that we have all the pots and pans constantly, and a couple of our burners are out. So yeah, that's not good. we need to clean our stove up. And if you want to enhance your stove, enhance your wealth, you can put a mirror on the back wall so that it like doubles your good fortune, because it's expanding your stove area. I hope that makes sense. Also in the kitchen, like placing plants and fresh flowers on any surface is believed to enhance energy within the room, and really within any room of your house. And it's also just a nice pick-me-up to see nice flowers and plants. And you always want to bring the outdoors in, like the outdoor elements brought in, even if it's in the form of a painting, like that's part of Feng Shui. Keeping your fridge and cupboards like periodically clear of old stale food, that's a good idea too. And the next one I want to talk about is bathrooms. So Feng Shui practitioners believe that bathrooms can be draining. So the first rule of thumb is to keep the toilet lid down and the bathroom door closed. And one suggestion, bathroom energy is draining. You're flushing the toilet, the water is going down, the tub is going down, the sink down, all of it's water down. So that's why you want to keep the toilet lid shut and the bathroom door closed. And a great way to lift energy up is to put like a big orchid or bamboo on the back of your toilet or somewhere in the room to enhance the energy. Also, this is water energy, but it's draining water energy, and the opposite of water is fire. So you could paint your bathroom or put things that are red in the bathroom, or you could paint the bathroom like a red or some kind of orange color, and that would also do like it could change the energy of the draining energy because it's the opposite element. So yeah, hope that makes sense as well. And if you have a bathroom that is a part of your kitchen, like it's in the kitchen area, like bathrooms and kitchens don't work together in Feng Shui. So the best remedy for that is to put a long mirror or even a short mirror, just a mirror on the outside of the door to reflect the energy that is in the bathroom out. So it's, so the energy of the draining energy of the bathroom is not going into the nourishing energy of the kitchen. Okay. So I have this old bathroom that's non-working, and I turned it into a little plant I have my baby plants in there. So I have like 15 plants that I bought a couple months ago. This is one of my new projects since I stopped drinking. I have all these new interests now, and baby plants is an interest. So I have a non-working bathroom. Like, what do I do with this? This is like dead energy, weird dead energy. And so I filled the bathtub with sand from the beach, and I put all these different plants, and I put a plant on the toilet and behind the toilet and in the sink, and it's so much fun. Like, but you can get creative like that in this in your space. Just a weird example. At some point, I will probably post pictures on Facebook. And just so you know, though, like in Feng Shui, there's cures for everything. So don't freak out if I say something that you can't do. Don't freak out. There's a cure for everything. There's a solution to every problem. All right, let's go to the bedroom. The bedroom is such an important area as we spend a third of our lives sleeping. It's also where we recharge our batteries. And if you are in a relationship or a marriage, it's a place for love and for passion, for sex. And you want to make your bedroom as cozy and maybe as passionate as possible, and really about like the two of you. The placement of the bed is really very important. You want to have it against a solid wall. If you can have a headboard that's solid, that's really important too. And you want the bed to be in a place where you have a view of the whole room and whoever's and the door. So you don't want any surprises in your sleep, or if you're not sleeping, if you're like, having some good juju. No surprises in the bedroom. You want to be able to see who's coming through the door. All right. So bed against the wall. If you can get a headboard, great. You could even paint a little fake headboard if you can't have a real headboard. So, and that's called the command position, that bed position I just explained. Also, like if you're trying to attract love in your life and you're just out there in the market again, if you're a dude and you want to attract a woman, you need to like make sure that a woman feels comfortable in your room. It doesn't have to be all female-ish. And the same thing goes for women. Like you don't want it to be all girly. A guy's not going to feel comfortable. So you want your bedroom to be comfortable for whoever you're trying to attract in your life. And if you're gay, like then you do whatever you think is the right thing to attract that partner too. And if you're married, you want that room to really be about the two of you. Keep the kids' photos out of that room. You see them enough. You have pictures of them all over the house. Keep them out of the bedroom. This is about you. You guys create your own little sanctuary for sleeping, passion, and intimate exchanges, even if that's silly conversation or whatever it is. And so back to attracting your partner or making your marriage or relationship better, having pairs of things in your bedrooms is really important, like lights that match bedside tables, same bedside tables, pictures of things in pairs, whether it's two parakeets or something like that, doesn't matter. I also think it's really important when you wake up in the morning that your focal point, what you're looking at when you wake up, is important. So whether it's you alone or you with a partner, decide what you want to wake up to, what's going to make you happy or peaceful or inspired. That's really, really important, that the first thing you see is something that brings good, positive energy to you and to whoever's sleeping in the bed with you. Maybe it's your dog. I don't know. Anyway, I'm being silly. All right. So let's go to the office. And right now, so many people are in their home offices. They never had to work at home. I always had a home office. I always worked at my house most of my life. So that was not a big thing for me, but I know for a lot of people, they're trying to, create space in their house, or they turned bedrooms into offices and all that stuff. And the placement of your desk, just like your bed, is really, really important. So you want it also in a commanding position. You want your desk to be in a place that you can see most of the room and whoever's coming through the door. Again, you don't want any surprises when you're on your Zoom calls or you're on the phone with someone or you're working. If you cannot, like, I'm in my office right now. I don't have a commanding position. However, like you can see the door right there. So I could see it with when I have Zoom on, but you can put a mirror somewhere so you can see who's coming through the door. The same thing if you worked in a cube somewhere and you're not in a place where you could see who's coming up behind you. You don't want to be startled when you're working. It's not, or anyway, so use a mirror to see who's coming up behind you if you can't put your desk in a position that you want to put it. Also a solid wall behind you, and then maybe even a picture behind you or in front of you that's inspiring, or the one behind you supportive, maybe a huge oak tree or some like badass animal like a buffalo or a bison or something like that. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. It's whatever makes you happy or makes you feel safe and supported and peaceful, and whatever emotion you want to come up. So get creative. There's so many things to do in our office that we can make it really a fun, productive space. And I want to, let me just check the time here. I think we're good. We have the Bagua, the map, which is also like, it's called the footprint of your space. So let's just look at this footprint like it's the first floor of your house instead of anything else. Let's just try to keep it simple for now, and then we can possibly go back or you can reach out for questions. But the Bagua or footprint of the house there's 9 areas, so it's broken up into 9 squares. And your front door is either in career and life path, that's the front center, knowledge and self-cultivation or spirituality, like to call it, or helpful people and travel. Your front door is always going to be in one of those 3 areas. And each area of the Bagua represents different areas of your life. So each area has a certain color. It's that you can put that color in it and it will enhance it. You can put certain elements in that area. You know what? I'm just going to jump in and we'll go through each area, and I will give you some examples of things you can do in certain areas of your space to enhance the energy of it. But again, you have to clear your clutter in there first before you do that. So we always start with the front and center, which is your career. It's also money. It's also your life path, your path in your life. So examples of the element is water, and the colors are black and dark tones. And examples of things that you can put in this area to enhance your career and your life path and to bring more money into your life is a water fountain, the color black, pictures of water or fish, an aquarium, pictures of winding roads, and maps are representations of the water element. Think of anything that flows. And yeah, anything in that front and center area is all water area. So black and dark tones are great in that area. But again, like, you also want to love it. So you don't need to like paint the whole thing black. You just have to have pops of water in there. All right. The next one is knowledge and self-cultivation, which is the bottom left box. This area is about spirituality, religion, wisdom, self-cultivation, like really like what we're doing right now in the Sober Adventure is kind of in that space. And in Feng Shui, this is the area that you want to be the most quiet area of your space. Our kitchen is in that area, so I don't know. We don't have much. I don't know what we can do there, but be quiet or something. So sometimes you just can't do anything. So this area also represents mountain energy. So you can put pictures of mountains in there. Blues, blacks, and greens are really positive there. Anything spiritual in this space, or Buddhas or symbols of peace or God or something in your religion is nice in there too. But just a really peaceful area. Chill. That's a chill. This is a chill area. Next, we go to family and health, which is left middle box. It's the element is wood. So anything like tree kind of pictures or plants, anything that's wood or made of wood. Things with up and down energy like stripes are good in that area. Artworks of gardens, pictures of it also represents our past and our ancestors. So pictures of our ancestors are good in that area. You could do green colored animals and or anything like about springtime. It's about the springtime. And the next is wealth and abundance, which is the top left corner. I call it wealth and prosperity. The far upper hand left box corner of your space. Again, it's the area of wood energy. So, and the colors are purple and green. So you can put some dashes or pops of purple and green in that area to enhance that, to bring more wealth and abundance to you. You could do artwork of lush forests, an abundant growth, wood furniture. You could also do a water feature in there, like a fountain. Could be lucky because when you water the earth, plants grow. And that's the area of wood where that wood is like plants and trees. And so water helps trees grow. If that makes sense. I think that makes sense. That's pretty simple. The next one is the fame and recognition. It's the top middle box, and it's the fire element. So bringing in anything like candles, triangular objects, things that illuminate, red and orangey colors, sunsets. Anything that illuminates, sparkly lights. Animals are fire energy. So, and this is all about like your reputation and like how you appear to the outside world, your relationship with the outside world. I mean, that could mean fame or recognition or, so that's fame and reputation. Then we're going to go to the far right-hand corner, which is love, relationships, marriage, and the element is earth, is like Mother Earth, and the colors are pink, red, or white. So any pops of pink, red, or white is nice in that area. Yellows and oranges work too, and different tones of all those earth colors are good. Earth energy also is like carpets. It's all soft and cushy and nourishing, like carpeting and pillows and bedding, cozy chairs, soft things. Pottery, ceramic, and just think earth and grounding and Mother Earth and cozy and nourishing. If you want to, I think I talked about this before, if you want to try to bring a relationship in or enhance a relationship, pairs of twos are really good. And also just like with your partner, discuss like how you want to make your bedroom really a nice place to sleep and to hang out with each other and make it your place. So the two of you, make it your special place, your special little cocoon. All right. The next one is creativity in children, which is the far right middle square. This is like, what can you create in your life? And children is part of the creativity process. Our offspring is creating, right? So what can you create? What are you looking for in your future to create? And also about your children. And if you don't have children, you have children in your life. So it still represents the children, whether they're yours or not yours. And the element is metal, and the color is pastels or metal colors like silver, gold. And What else did I say about this? So you could put like pictures of kids doing fun things in this area, or more whimsical childlike stuff in this area. You could have all your creative things, your paint set, and anything that's like if you play music, whatever your creative stuff, it could be in that area. And also, like, if you create vision boards, this is a great area to put your vision board, is in that creativity and children's space. So that is that. And we'll go down to helpful people and travel. It's the bottom left square, and it's also metal energy. The colors are gray, white, black, silver. So you can have pops of all that. And helpful people is really your support group, whether that means your family or your friends or your bosses or a coach or a mentor, any of those people. You can put pictures up of those people that support you in your life, or maybe letters or something from them that are special to you. It's also about travel. If you love a certain car, you could put pictures of the car. You could put pictures of trips you've been on, or if you want to go on trips, you could put some, like I had a really cool picture of, the hell is it called, in Santorini? Yeah, in Greece, that I had in that area of my house, and I just loved looking at it. It was just beautiful, and I will go there someday. So yeah, pictures of places you travel, have traveled, or love to travel to. And lastly, the center square, which when I learned Feng Shui, it was all about health. So they call it center and well-being. The element is earth. The color is yellow and earth tones, and it's really about your overall health. So bringing in fresh flowers, pictures of the sun or sunrise, sunset, potted ceramic plants, those cozy earth elements I talked about, pictures of nature, anything that represents the outdoors, good health, things that are earthy, all that stuff. And you could have your fitness stuff in there as long as you have some earth energy around it, right? And or maybe your kitchen's there, it doesn't matter. So there's so many ways to enhance your space and in your place, and get creative, have fun, and like trust your gut about it. And make sure that when you're working on a certain area to shift the energy, you set your intention. So let's just say you're in your career and life path and really want to make more money and change jobs or whatever it is. Set your intention while you're working in that space. You're clearing the clutter, you're deciding what to maybe add a few elements or an element here or there, or paint or whatever it is. But always set your intention. That's really, really important. And lastly, about space clearing, like if you're moving or if you've had some rough stuff in the house that you're in, I mean, I think it's good to just clear your space every once in a while. But if you're moving into a new space, you don't know what happened before the person got there, before you moved into that space. You don't have no idea what went down in that space. So I think it's always good to clear energy. Or let's just say you went through a bad divorce and you're still living in the house of that divorce. It's very good to clear the energy in that space. And there's a bunch of different ways to do it. Like I learned more of the Feng Shui sort of formal way, where I learned how to use a pendulum, and there's certain chants that I learned. But you can clap. You can walk around and clap all around the room. You can put music on. You can diffuse oils. You can use sage, which is very effective. Also, open up all the windows and doors sometimes. That will clear energy really nicely too. And I just don't understand why people have like their AC all like spring, summer to the fall, and I don't think they ever open like windows or doors, and it's not good for us. Like we need the outdoor to come in. And really what Feng Shui is about is like bringing Mother Nature in as best we can, because really like the outdoors is so beautiful. Like that's where most people want to be. But if we can create sort of a little oasis inside our home that's like the outdoors, that's what Feng Shui is all about. So there you go. If you guys have questions, you know where to find me. I'm happy to do part 2. I know this is a lot of information, and I want to explain how like the boggle can work. This map can work individually in each room, as well as in your house, as well as in your entire property, as well as just maybe your desk. So take that all in. And again, baby steps, just do a little at a time, and have fun with it. Just have fun with it. And you want to love everything in your house. So if you really don't like some things in your house, just get rid of them. You don't need them. You don't need to be attached to them. All right. I think I'm done for Wanderlust Wednesday and Feng Shui 101. And I have this new mug that I'm really excited about. And it says, we can do hard things. So tomorrow's day 25. Sober Adventure. Woo! Day 25. 15 more days. You guys are amazing. I'm so proud of all of you. Okay. So that is that. I will see you soon. Reach out to Mary Stort and I if you need anything. We are here for you always. Bye.